G'day and welcome to another Mad Yaks video. I'm Jack and I'm on location at Tomsoffroad Customs. When you enter this neck of the woods, it's like you're entering the land of the giants. Everything here seems to be on steroids. Tom, what exactly is it that you specialise in here?
Predominantly it seems to be modified Hiluxes, solid axle conversions, bar work, bull bars, roll cages, engine transplants, whatever you need to make it big.
Right, well we've all heard of the terms coil over and 3 and 4 link suspension. Tom, what does that actually mean, and what benefit is there over a standard suspension system, if any?
Well, generally a lot of trucks come out and suspension's a bit of a compromise between manufacturing costs and capabilities and reliabilities. Everything's sort of highly modifiable if you're more into off-road or going places been told you can't go. Coilover shocks, or coilovers for example, are a shock absorber with a coil in front of them or over the top of them, so that's the whole unit sorted out. Other ways you could do it is coils and a freestanding shock, or leaves and shocks. Things like 3 links and 4 links or radius arms you'd use with coils and shocks or coilovers. They offer a lot more articulation. Coils tend to be a lot softer and nicer ride than leaves as well.
And all that spring suspension and links gets you over a lot more terrain and boulders and rocks.
Well, it gives you the inevitable lift, but also you're able to run bigger tyres. But I mean, with four-wheel driving, the trick's to keep all wheels on the ground. Coilovers and link setups offer more articulation than radius arms or say leaves to some extent. And yeah, keeping all wheels on the ground, keeping traction.
Right, well you touched on it a bit there, Tom. What you do isn't really complete, if we're being honest, without those big 33, 35 and 37 inch Babe magnets. Can anyone just come along and replace their standard donuts and swap them out for those big bad boys and just hoon off to wheel in heaven without any sort of other modification or detrimental effect on the performance of their vehicle, such as straining the motor a bit or speedo being out or whatever?
Yeah, no, you'd struggle to just go and put big tyres on, say, a stock standard Hilux. You'd run into issues with interference with tyres, with bodywork and whatnot. When you put bigger tyres on, a bigger tyre has a larger circumference, so therefore covers greater distance than, say, your standard tyre. So therefore your speedo will be out. Yes, your gearing's going to be way out. All that needs to be increased. No, it's not just a simple matter of throwing them on and going nuts, really.
Right, well, okay, well, what about, say, can anyone just do what you're doing and modify their vehicle and then just front up to the next warrant of fitness and get the issuing officer to just simply write out another warrant as per usual and just slap it on the windscreen and you're all honky-dory and good and ready to go? Or, again, is it not quite as good as that? No,
it's not quite as simple as that. If you start chopping and changing suspension systems and welding to chassis and stuff like that, you have to go through our certification system with the Low Volume Vehicle Testing Authority or Association. However, we have got a great system. We're very lenient, anybody can build it. If you're a competent welder, you're into it. Yeah, as long as everything's fine, you shouldn't have any problems getting cert, and then it's warrant of fitnesses as per usual.
Right, what about airbags, Tom? Are they a problem at all, or are they just really a non-event? You can modify a vehicle with airbags, or?
No, not really. You can modify them, and you can do solid axle swaps on some models, particularly earlier ones. There is a cut-off there when they brought in frontal impact laws in October 2003, so as it stands at the moment, anything after that date, you pretty much can't do a solid axle on. However, airbags, any vehicle that's over 14 years old, you can remove the airbags and then it's business as usual. Or Jack here's truck, for example, we've kept the airbags and done a solid axle on the front of it. As long as you're not interfering with any of the crumple zones or affecting the performance of the airbags, seems to be fine.
Right, no, that's good. Well, you just mentioned that you had done a bit of work on mine, so we better suppose we better take a look at this beastie and see what sort of mess you made.
Yeah, cool. Let's do it.
Oh, look at that. Man, this is 6 on wheels. Tom, that looks nothing like that humble little Hilux ute I dropped off here 6 weeks ago for that wax and shine. Right, Tom, I've got to admit she does look very good. So what exactly have we gained, and how's this thing going to perform? How can I expect it to perform both on the road, firstly on the road, and then off-road?
Well, what we've done to this one is essentially we've put a mid-1990s Prado front end into it. Radius arms, front diff, solid axle front diff, coil shocks, steering box, the works. Obviously it's got bigger tyres on it, which has given it a fair bit of lift. It's got some flares on it that are direct from Iceland, I believe, which are about 75mm wider than the factory flares that are on it. Yeah, off-road I'm expecting it'll go a lot better than the standard IFS did. Allowing that articulation is going to allow it to put downward pressure on wheels as the other wheel comes up, whereas an IFS, one wheel goes down, it's just hanging there. Also, it's got front and rear electric lockers in it, so that's once again going to help keep traction on all 4 corners. Yeah, on road I don't expect it to drive any worse than or any better than any B-Max with Hilux, to be honest with you. It drives pretty good. I've driven it a fair bit, and yeah.
You had it up to 100k or anything
Yeah,
like
I've
that?
had it up to about 120k's. And I mean 100k's, yes.
Yeah. And she's handling that nice and steady?
It's good as gold. It's fine. It's fine. It goes really well.
Okay folks, well there you have it. If you've got plans for your wheeled loved one, then give Tom a call, and he'll make your dreams become reality, and give your vehicle some attitude. And even if it doesn't have wheels, then give Tom a call anyway, because he'll give it wheels and then he'll give it attitude. So once again, I'm Jack for Mad Jack's videos, and thanks for watching.